Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. This afternoon from Bigfoot Turf Farms, just past Kersey, it's a Patriot League clash as the visiting Brush Bead Diggers take on the Valley Vikings. And the game is just underway. I'm John Beltran. Opening pitch today was brought to you by Buildings by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. 1-1 upstairs. The game began with a strike to Matt Coe, and then the sophomore lined a base hit into left field. Jaron Peterson now the hitter. A ball, a strike, and a ball to him. So this is pitch number 6 by the right-hander Jose Mercado. The pitch, swing and a miss and a fastball tailing in. Starting lineup brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. Available 24/7 for your banking needs. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw the fastball right by Peterson, and there's one down. Let's set that Bead Digger lineup. As batting third is the pitcher, Baby Maltos Garcia. B.J. Hirschfeld, the second baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Aaron Williams, the first baseman, hits fifth. Third baseman, Trent Mount, hits sixth. The DH is Aaron Garcilaso. Noah Reed hits eighth and plays left, and Justin Griffith, the center fielder, hits ninth. That fastball right there above the knees for a strike to Baby. Matos Garcia, like many other Bead Diggers, had a productive game, a very productive game. Against Estes Park, a 33-1 win. Fastball is up and away. As Baby in the game had 2 hits and drove in 3. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Bead Digger pitcher. A senior, the pitch. Fastball is up and away again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brush scheduled to take on Valley as well at home on Thursday. That's weather permitting. Thursday should be a pretty good day. The problem is tomorrow with the snow coming in could affect the playing field. The offering. Fastball is a little bit outside. 3-1. For Valley defensively, Raul Rios is at first. Ty Hanslick at second. The third baseman is Ivan Rodriguez. Cesar Mercado at short. Around the outfield, Dallas Callaway in left, Sean Chacon in center, Tylen Nash in right, Riley Diedrich behind the plate. Swing and a miss at a fastball just below the letters. 3-2. Baby took a hard swing at that one. The speedy Matko is yet to take off here. He might be going with 1 down, but a very short lead at first. 3-2 to Maltos Garcia, the pitch. Fastball is upstairs, and that's a walk to Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. And now B.J. Hirschfeld, who didn't see too much against Estes. He ended up scoring 5 runs in the game, but he was issued a few walks and a couple of those with the bases loaded. The pitch, a changeup for a strike on the outer half at the knees. It's 0-1. Coe at second, Baby at first. 1 down, top of the first inning. Here from Bigfoot Turf Farms, the Field of Dreams. The pitch right there on the outside corner. Again, took something off it. And the count is at 0-2 to the senior second baseman, B.J. Hirschfeld. Coe with about a 4-step lead at second. The offering. Curveball is upstairs. Ball 1, strike 2. And Brush will be on a schedule playing a couple of times a week from here on out. And the pitch swung on and lifted foul, out of play down the right side. Remains at 1-2. In fact, both games coming up later this week are weather permitting. Not only Thursday at home against Valley, but I don't see any way they're going to play Saturday morning at Estes Park. The weather forecast there is atrocious. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner goes to third. The pitch, and the breaking ball is upstairs. And the back runner, the trail runner, Baby, steals second. So stolen bases by both Matt Coe and Baby Maltos Garcia. Hirschfeld with an opportunity to drive in the first runs of the game. And a 2-2 pitch. A called strike 3. Wow. It got the outer edge. And Baby becomes, check that out, B.J. Hirschfeld, strikeout victim number 2. And Aaron Williams will now hit. It was certainly close, but it got the edge, the outer edge. Williams from the right side, the pitch. And that fastball's right there. Down the middle, thigh high, and it's 0-1. Williams with an open stance. Runners take their leads. In a windup is Mercado the pitch. And the breaking ball's a beauty. Froze Williams. Now he's down in the count at 0-2. The infield plays pretty fast. Winding the 0-2 pitch. And that is a called strike three, a breaking ball right down the middle. And the Beediggers strand two in scoring position. They pick up a hit. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. Just past Kersey. Brush does not score. Valley is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beediggers stranded two in scoring position with only one down there in the top of the first inning. Now they'll have to contend with a Valley lineup that returns 6 of 9 starters from a year ago, a team that went to the state tournament. In fact, they were eliminated by Brush, which ended up being the state runner-up. Batting first for Valley's the second baseman Ty Hanslick. Riley Diedrich, the catcher, at second. The shortstop Cesar Mercado bats third. Batting fourth is the center fielder Sean Chacon. Tylen Nash in right hits fifth. Raul Rios, the first baseman, hits sixth. Batting seventh, third baseman Ivan Rodriguez. Angelo Garcia hits eighth. And Jacob Uribe bats ninth. For Brush defensively, Aaron Williams at first, B.J. Hirschfeld at second. The third baseman is Trent Mountain. Between him at short is Jaron Peterson. Noah Reed is in left, Justin Griffith in center. The right fielder is Raymond Miller. Matt Coe is behind the plate. And Arnoldo Maltos Garcia is on the hill. He's going to be one of two seniors that's going to get a lot of work on the hill. You'd think the ace of this team is going to be BJ, considering he has the most experience from the last 2 years. Baby had some spot action last year, had just one start. But now he's going to be called upon with that strong right arm to lead the Beediggers in the winning direction here in 2016. Getting some extended warm-ups before we head to the bottom of the first inning. Sterling and Strasburg right now playing in Strasburg on 105.7 KPMX. So we've got a couple of Patriot League games in our family of stations. Hanslick, Diedrich, and Mercado in the bottom of the first inning for Valley. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. That's Morgan Community College.
Leading off for the Vikings, wearing number 12, Ty Hanslick.
There is Ty Hanslick. The Beediggers 1 year ago had two very odd games against Valley. They lost at home 21-10, and then they came right here to Bigfoot Turf Farms, trailed 5-1 early, and won that game 22-10. So in that series, it combined 63 runs in only 2 games. The wind by Baby pitch to Hanslick, and that is right there for a strike. A fastball in the inside corner. Bell tie, it's 0-1. Brush picked up a hit in the top of the first inning. The offering swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. Another pitch that came in on the right-handed hitter. And it is 0-2. This is our 19th season of Brush Beedigger baseball on 1010. And it's year number 13 on KSIR.com. No balls and 2 strikes. Cole lays down the sign and the pitch. Fastball just below the knees. That's a good pitch, but barely missed. 1-2. The dimensions are not listed on this field, but it's going to take a bomb to hit it over center field, especially with that high fence. The pitch. Down and away. Another fastball. It's 2-2. Yeah, hard to tell from here, but I'm guessing that fence has got to be from left center to right center, about 15 feet high. 15 to 20 feet. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the offering. And he threw that one to the screen. One with a fastball again. And keep in mind that beginning this year, there is a pitch limit. You can't go over 110. So if you work deep counts as a hitter, that's an advantage to get the opposing pitcher out of there earlier than he would like to be taken out. 3-2. Swung on and popped foul. And that one is out of play behind the screen. Count remains at 3-2 to Ty Hanslick. And not a great sign here for Baby, already throwing his 7th pitch to the opening hitter. He's got to economize the rest of the game. If not, he definitely won't make it halfway through this game. He's got to get outs on anywhere from 2 to 4 pitches. 3-2. And that is up and away. Took something off it, and Hanslick walks to begin the bottom of the first inning. Now let's see if they test the arm of Matt Coe. As Diedrich will now hit, and Baby's going to be walking out of the stretch early. These teams played 3 times last season. I mentioned they split during the regular season, and Brush, in another high-scoring game, eliminated Valley in the state tournament. 3-step lead. Long pause by Baby, and the pitch right there. A fastball for a strike at the knees down the middle. And it's 0-1. Did a good job getting ahead of the previous hitter. Yeah, there's 2 phases. You get ahead of the hitter, then you need that out pitch. The out pitch is not easy to execute. Short lead, 0-1, and he bounced it up there, short-armed. It gets away from Coe up the first base side. To second is Hanslick. That'll be a wild pitch. And that's exactly what Baby did. He just short-armed it and did not rear back. 1 ball, 1 strike, a runner in scoring position for Valley after a leadoff walk to Hanslick. That is Riley Diedrich inside the batter's box. The stretch by Baby. The long pause and the offering. Swung on, grounded foul up the third base side towards the Digger dugout. Count is at 1-2. Now here's where you got to put him away. Can he come up with that pitch that he just doesn't want to establish here? He's got to establish that throughout the course of the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maltos Garcia looks back. Maltos Garcia looks in. Looks back again. And the offering. Swung on, grounded to short. Peterson to his left has got it. Flings it to first for the out. And to third is Hanslick, as Diedrich is retired. That'll send up Cesar Mercado. Man, this guy was a scary hitter 1 year ago. He had some big at-bats against the Bee Diggers, not only during the regular season, but the state tournament as well. Let's see if we can pull up some numbers on Mercado. The stretch and the pitch upstairs. Yeah, against Brush the last 2 years. This guy is tearing it up. 6 out of 13, hitting .462 with a homer and 6 RBIs. 1-0 to Mercado. Swung on and lifted extremely high into center field. That's going to score the run. Griffith is back towards the track, makes the catch, and tagging up is Hanslick, and Valley is going to take a 1-0 lead. But Baby did his job in retiring that hitter. That'll bring up Sean Chacon. Another productive hitter for Valley. Yeah, they've got a little bit more experience than Brush does. The pitch, fastball is up and away. Bee Diggers graduated 7 starters. Valley graduated just 3. Peyton and Carter Chacon and Avery Hanslick. And the 1-0 offering. The changeup is a strike just below belt level. Nice pitch there by Baby. Count is sitting at 1-1. Baby gets the sign. And the pitch. Breaking ball is way outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1-0 Valley. With the bottom of the first inning, Cesar Mercado just delivered a sac fly, scoring Ty Hanslick, who began the frame with a base on ball. Chacon from the right side. Coe sets up on the outside corner of the pitch. Inside with a changeup. 3-1. That's already 17 pitches and only 8 strikes for Arnoldo Matos Garcia. He turns and fires. Swag and a miss. Pull the string on that one. It's 3-2. On deck is Tylen Nash. Will he bat in this particular inning? No, he won't. Called strike 3. Took the fastball right there on the outside corner. And the inning is over. Valley gets a run. They did not get a base hit, no errors, and the bases were left empty. Let's head to the second. It is Valley 1, Brush nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Bee Diggers in the top of the second inning from Bigfoot Turf Farms. Valley with a 1-0 lead. Trent Mount, Aaron Garcilaso, and Noah Reed. The Bee Diggers, as opposed to a year ago when they had multiple left-handed hitters in their lineup, have just one in this one. They got to turn that music off. Wind and pitch. Down and in. I can't believe the umpire's not saying anything. You got to get that music off. 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, it's called common sense. 1-0 to Mount. Here's the wind and the offering, and that's right there. Fastball for a strike down the middle just above the knees. And the count is at 1-1. Mount, Garcilaso, and Reed the pitch. Swag and a miss through the fastball right by the Bee Digger third baseman. It's 1-2. And the offering. Breaking ball is up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the leadoff hitter here in the second inning. Valley with a 1-0 lead. And the offering. Swung on and grounded left side for a base hit into left field. To the right of the shortstop, Cesar Mercado. And the Bee Diggers have their second hit in as many innings. And it's the leadoff man once again. Let's see if they can plate the tying run. Garcilaso was 0 for 1 against Estes Park with a bases-loaded walk. That game it wasn't bad. It was unwatchable, quite frankly. 29-0 in the third. The pitch. Swag and a miss and a fastball above the letters. No balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers are out hitting Valley 2-0, but trailing the game 1-0. Garcilaso digs back in. Against the right-hander, Jose Mercado. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's just chasing a ball that's not even there. That's 2 in a row. That was well above the letters. And if you're Mercado, you used to throw the same pitch. Aaron is just swinging at balls here. It's 0-2. And the offering. Swing and a miss. That was a strike, but he was late on it. And there's 1 down here in the second inning. He actually got a good pitch to hit and barely missed it. Noah Reed now steps in. And the Bee Diggers they'll have their growing pains this season with a lot of inexperience in the lineup. Swing and a miss. Pulling the string was Mercado on the 8th place hitter, Noah Reed. And it's 0-1, but this program always generates offense once they gain the experience. Swing and a miss again. Late on the fastball, it's 0-2. And quite frankly, this is really their first game of the season. That game against Estes Park is a throwaway. They had no pitching. They committed 11 errors. The Bee Diggers drew 16 walks. It was just a joke, unfortunately. The pitch up and away with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Brush was hit by 3 pitches. So you're opening up against a team with a lot of experience that made the state tournament. Brush only down 1-0 here in the second. The pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A man on first. The inning began on a base hit by Trent Mount. Mount with a nice 3-step lead. 2-2. A little bit high. I thought he was going to pull the trigger, but that was a good take there by Noah Reed. 3-2. And again, the B-Diggers for the second straight inning are in a 3-2 situation with a man on and 1 out. Step off there by Mercado. Just making sure to see if Mount was going to take off prematurely. It'll be a payoff pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss on ball 4. That pitch was up and in. Mercado pulled the string, and there's 2 down. And all of a sudden, Mercado getting into a rhythm, but the B-Diggers are helping him out. That is already 5 strikeouts in the game upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. To the left-handed hitting, Justin Griffith. I said there's 1 lefty. Obviously, Griffith is number 2, along with the on-deck hitter, Matt Coe. 1 ball, no strikes. With an open stance, the pitch. That's right there for a strike. Or did he miss? Yep, he missed outside. Check that, 2-0. Yeah, just missed the corner. 2 balls and no strikes. Griffith's got a ton of speed if he hits the ball on the ground. The offering. That's right there for a strike. Just grazed the corner with a changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the top of the second inning. Valley leads 1-0. Mercado's already thrown 39 pitches. B-Diggers can get him out of there quickly. Fastball is high. It's 3-1. So even though he struck out 5 B-Diggers, he's had his struggles as well with control. He's already walked a batter, 3-1. And the pitch, runner going. Swing and a miss. The throw to second is right there. The slide, though, and he's going to be in there. Excellent steal there by Trent Mount. That's 3 stolen bases already for Brush. They had a double steal in the first inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Griffith. Yeah, when the B-Diggers have put the ball in play, they've generated base hits, except the sac fly there by Matos Garcia swung on and popped foul and out of play. Let's see, that should be. Yep. There we go, 3-2 once again. The pitch up and away with a changeup, and it's a walk. That'll bring in Matt Coe to the plate. Matt Coe had a solid base hit to left in the opening frame. Has a good leadoff hitter. Slaps the ball the other way like he did. Was effective against Estes, and he's got a couple more years after this, but still lots to improve upon here in 2016. Runners take their leads. Mount from second, Griffith from first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Brush again finding themselves in a situation twice with Garcilaso in this inning. Once with Reed on a 3-2 pitch, and that time Matt Coe swung at a pitch that was high. And that's the other thing with youth. Play discipline. Takes a while to develop the stretch. And the offering. Swung on and fouled off to the left. That's out of play over the Digger dugout. On the third base side, it's 0-2. Brush has had their chances already, stranding 2 in the first inning. High Plains Bank offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. The pitch, the breaking ball is high. Either way, even if Brush doesn't score, they have worked this pitcher. Mercado is 4 pitches shy of 50, the pitch. Nope, he took it. Another changeup, it's 2-2. Plenty of speed there on the bases. Anything in the outfield will score at least 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. In the second, the pitch swung on line, and that's going to be caught by the second baseman, Hanslick. You can see it right off the bat. An excellent shot there by Coe, but the Bee-Diggers do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. To the bottom of the second we go after the break. It's Valley 1, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Valley 1, Brush nothing. Let's move to the bottom of the second inning from Bigfoot Turf Farms, as the Bee-Diggers have stranded 4 on the base paths over the first 2 innings, 3 of those in scoring position. And what they have struggled with is swinging at good pitches. They've struck out 5 times. Matt Coe hit a shot, but it was a line drive that was caught by the second baseman Hanslick to end the threat in the second. And Baby will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Starting with, let's see, I've got a different number. We'll check out this lineup here momentarily. Yeah, that's going to be Mercado, followed by Tylen Nash, and then Raul Rios.
Number 10, Jose Mercado.
So the opposing pitcher steps in for Valley. Yeah, last year when they had Peyton and Carter, Chuck Holm, that lineup was even stronger. And they were hitting right in the middle of the order. But they graduated. Baby ready. He kicks and fires to begin the second, and that breaking ball's in there for a strike. Right down the middle at the knees. It's 0-1. To Jose Mercado. Baby gets the sign and the offering. Down and away. Took something off, the count is level. At 1 ball and 1 strike. The Cesar Mercado sac fly in the first inning is responsible for the game's only run. 1-1 upstairs. Another changeup, 2-1. Your GMC Chevrolet and Buick sales and service provider. Pre-owned supercenters ready to serve you in Sterling, Yuma, Julesburg, and Fort Morgan. Corf Continental swung on and lifted into right field. To his left is Raymond Miller. Makes the catch. And there's one down here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up Tylen Nash.
First out of the inning, now up for the Vikings, number 9, Ty Nash.
Yeah, refreshing to see a game that could be a pitcher's duel after all the runs scored a year ago in all 3 meetings. And Baby delivers. Right there for a strike. Again, took something off it. And he's sacrificing speed at times, mixing up that changeup. And when you do that, you are a little bit more accurate in the zone. Setting up on the inside is Coe. 0-1. Upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. His brother Arturo Maltos Garcia was an outstanding pitcher for Brush. Graduated several years ago. During his junior year, they went to the state tournament. Senior year, lost to Faith Christian in districts 4-2. Swung on and popped up into foul territory on the right side. Williams giving chase. It's out of play. And again, Baby went with the off-speed stuff. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down in the bottom of the second inning. The bases are empty, and Valley leads 1-0. You can always follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports or 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. We provide all the updates, including scheduling changes. We could have those a little bit later on this week. 1-2, the offering. Upstairs with a fastball. Ball 2, strike 2 to Tylen Nash. Coe lays down the sign. And Baby delivers. Swing and a miss, up and in. Nash strikes out. That's out number 2.
Down swinging for the second out of the inning. That will bring up for the Vikings number 17, Raul Rios.
Here is Raul Rios. Stepping in for Valley from the left side. Wind and pitch. Took something off it. It's upstairs. Baby now with a couple of strikeouts. One in each frame. Here's the wind and the 1-0. Again, up and away. 2-0. 15 balls, 15 strikes for the senior right-hander. He's thrown nearly 20 fewer pitches than the opposing pitcher, Mercado. The pitch. But he's going to throw a lot more here if he doesn't find the strike zone. That's up and in, 3-0. On deck is Ivan Rodriguez. 3 balls and no strikes to Raul Rios. Baby ready. And he delivers. Beautiful pitch of fat. Whoa, barely missed. Where was that? Wow. I have no idea where that missed. I guess the strike zone was reinvented. It must have been low because that was over the plate. Wow. That'll bring up Rodriguez. Yeah, I'm baffled by that. I have no idea where that missed. Rodriguez, the 7th place hitter for Valley. And the offering. And he bounced it in there. Baby aimed it a bit. Quite a bit. 1 ball and no strikes. And Cole will pay a visit to the hill. With, I believe that's Jacob Uribe on deck. Man at first and 2 down here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Bee Diggers trail Valley 1-0. And the offering. Swung on, fouled off the end of the bat up the first base side. Count moves to 1-1. To Ivan Rodriguez. Yeah, make the pitch here and get out of this one unscathed. The stretch. To the 8th place hitter in the lineup. The pitch. Change up, down, and in. Throw back to first and a sweep tag, but back and diving is Rios. It's a nice throw there by Coe. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, got to get this guy. Then you'll set up a 9-1-2 order in the 3rd. You get to the top of the order, baby, then is asking for some trouble. Big pitch here to be thrown to Rodriguez on a 2-1. And here it is. Down and away. Not even close. Took something off it. Now he's down 3-1. All of a sudden, Baby, who retired the first 2 hitters, has thrown 7 of the last 8 pitches for balls. And the 3-1. And he aimed that one, too. Just short-armed it right in the dirt. First and second. That's going to be something Baby's got to fight the whole year. Just making sure he doesn't change his mechanics. He's changing his mechanics there when he throws that one into the ground. Second walk of the inning. Second walk in as many batters. Here's Jacob Uribe from the right side. And the pitch swung on and lifted down the right side and out of play. That time Baby reared back and threw it right on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Yeah, I think at times when he tries to change speeds, that'll alter his delivery, and that's the one thing he's got to avoid doing. Rios at second, Rodriguez at first, 2 down at the bottom of the 2nd inning. Bee Diggers trail 1-0 here at Bigfoot Turf Farms. Matco lays down the sign. And Maltos Garcia comes home. Low with the off-speed, 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck is Ty Hanslick, who scored the game's only run just 1 inning ago. Baby has walked 3 here in the game. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and driven in the air to center field. Coming on is Griffith, and he'll leap and make the catch. Justin Griffith got an excellent jump on that ball, and Valley is denied in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We'll head to the 3rd after the break. It's Valley 1, And the Brush Bee Diggers nothing on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. 2, 3, and 4 for Brush. As we head to the third, and the Bee Diggers trail 1-0 to the Valley Vikings. 5 strikeouts and 2 walks by Jose Mercado. He's thrown 48 pitches. Keep in mind the limit is 110. Jaron Peterson struck out swinging in the first inning. Wine and pitch. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. To the junior shortstop. And the offering. Down and away with a changeup, 2-0. Peterson settles in from the right side with an open stance. It's very similar to his brother Alec, who graduated last year, late on the fastball. 2-1. I think he was anticipating a changeup, and he swung late at the heater. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss late on the fastball again. Yeah, he's just starting a little bit tardy. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Peterson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 3 fastballs after being down 2-0, and that's smart pitching by Mercado. Can't catch up to the fastball, then you keep throwing that pitch. Strikeout number 6. And here's Maltos Garcia, who walked and was stranded in the first inning. Bee Diggers had second and third and 1 out and did not score. And the offering on the outside corner took something off it. It's 0-1. And all of a sudden, Jose Mercado's found his rhythm here for Valley. Laying down the sign is Diedrich, and the pitch. The breaking ball is a beauty right there. It's 0-2. 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Mercado here in the third. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled on the breaking ball off the end of the bat to the backstop. Count remains at 0-2. AC Ice proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado at any local grocery or convenience store near you. AC Ice. And the curveball bounces into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 Valley here in the visiting half of the third inning. Bee Diggers and Vikings will play on Thursday at 4 o'clock in Brush on 10-10. The pitch up and in with a fastball. Ball 2, strike 2. Both teams have had base runners in every inning. The pitch swung on and fisted foul off to the right on a little flare that Rios could not get to. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if we have an update on the the Strasburg game should have been underway against Sterling on KPMX. Sterling is way down this year. They graduated a ton of seniors. Eaton playing their first game under new head coach Bob Irvin against University. Swing and a miss. And Baby was late on the fastball. Strike 3, strikeout number 7 for Jose Mercado. And there's B.J. Hirschfeld. You know, I think at this point, head coach Kevin Fergus might have his players play some small ball. Some of them, the ones that are not catching up to the fastball. Some bunts, shorter swings, the pitch. Breaking ball is a strike. Thigh high on Hirschfeld. It's 0-1. B.J. struck out looking in the opening frame. Wine and pitch. And the breaking ball is right down the middle, just above the knees. It's 0-2. And Mercado's had his best inning so far. He's 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 frame. The pitch. Breaking ball is high. Thought he might have had strike 3, but an excellent take there by Hirschfeld. It was above the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes with the bases empty. And the offering. Swung on and grounded up the middle. The shortstop Mercado charges, fields, throws to first and in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jose Mercado as Cesar Mercado retires B.J. Hirschfeld. 2.5 complete. It's Valley 1, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Top of the lineup coming up for Valley at the bottom of the third inning. The Bee Diggers trail 1-0 from Bigfoot Turf Farms. Ty Hanslick, Riley Diedrich, and Cesar Mercado against Baby Maltos Garcia. Baby's been up and down in this game, but again, he's given up just one run. And up and down is evidenced by the 40 pitches he's thrown, only 18 strikes and 22 balls. But he has limited the damage. And that's the sign of a resilient pitcher. Baby has struck out 2 and walked 3. That'll be his goal this inning, not to walk anybody after 1 in the first and 2 in the second. And those 2 walks in the second came with 2 out and nobody on, so they were well timed. Because then he was able to retire the 9th place hitter, Uribe, on a line drive to the center fielder Griffith. Hanslick walked and scored the game's only run. We've done some games here in Bigfoot where the temperature, the wind has been horrible. This is perfect. The Field of Dreams, under perfect conditions. The pitch, a changeup, is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Hanslick opens up that stance from the right side. And the offering upstairs with a fastball, 2-0. Baby had an outing last year in relief against Faith Christian that was crucial. Was able to mow down Faith Christian. The Bee Diggers rallied for a 14-10 victory. Swung on and fouled to the screen off the end of the bat. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, going into his senior year, obviously he didn't get the mound experience that his brother Arturo got, because he's also played some short, also some catcher, and he aimed that one down and away, 3-1. And as soon as Baby releases some of those pitches, you can tell whether he's pitching it or throwing it. 2 completely different things. The aim versus just letting it fly. 3 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third inning. The Bee Diggers with those new uniforms they displayed last Tuesday. Upstairs with a fastball, and that's walk number 4 issued by Baby. The problem is it began the bottom of the third now. Now the Bee Diggers are looking for a double play. Now Diedrich grounded out to the shortstop, Peterson, in the first inning. If you can get something like that right now before any stolen base attempt, then you can turn 2. About a 2.5 to 3 step lead at first for Hanslick. The stretch by Maltos Garcia. Throw back to first had him leaning, but back in diving is Hanslick. Get the complete box score again. Just follow us on Twitter. I've got the link up there to today's box score that you can follow online. The stretch, long pause by Baby. Throw back to first had him leaning again, but the throw is up the first base side. And Williams unable to apply a tag. Need that throw a little bit closer to the other side of the bag and towards the ankles of the runner to apply a tag. Still awaiting the first pitch of the at-bat is Diedrich. 1-0 Valley is the score here in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch right there for a strike. Well, the umpire signaling there was a swing, but I think even without the swing, it looked like it was at the knees. As he threw a little bit of a changeup. No balls and 1 strike to the catcher for Valley, right-handed hitter. And he's got that left foot way up there in front, almost on the chalk. Throw back to first, again leaning, but diving back was Hanslick. I mean, he definitely wants to take off. There's no question about it. Wants to test Coe's arm and test Baby's move to the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Coe sets up on the outside corner. And the pitch. Runner goes, swung on, and that is missed, but the ball's all the way to the screen on the ball in the dirt. It'll be a stolen base, no wild pitch. And in scoring position is Hanslick. 0-2, though, to Diedrich. Now, again, that's the out pitch now that Baby's got to throw. Either a strikeout, a pop-up, or anything non-productive for Valley. No balls, 2 strikes. Baby looks back. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded a short. Peterson's going to have to go to first. He sets, he throws, and there's 1 down. Advancing to third is Hanslick. And Riley Diedrich did his job. So once again, Mercado's going to be up there with Diedrich. Check that with Hanslick at third and less than 2 down. Mercado with a sacrifice fly in his first at bat. Baby will be out of the windup with 1 out. The pitch. Fastball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. 1-0 pitch. He short-armed that in the dirt, 2-0. Sean Chacon is on deck. That was pitch number 50, delivered by Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. And the 2-0. Change up, a strike at the knees on the inside corner. That might have been the best pitch he threw all game. Had Mercado swung at that, he would have popped it up. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Up and in with a fastball. Mercado had to slice out of the way there. It's 3-1. No runs on 2 hits for Brush. Valley is still looking for their first hit of the game. And the 3-1. Swung on and popped up into shallow right center field. To his right is Griffith. He's under it. Makes the catch. The runner tags. The throw cut off by Williams. And sliding in is Ty Hanslick. Another sacrifice fly by Cesar Mercado. And Valley's in the lead 2-0.
The sac fly brings in the run for the Vikings, now up 2-0 in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up for the Vikings number 18, Sean Chacon.
And that'll send up Sean Chacon to the plate. Chacon struck out looking in his first plate appearance. The pitch. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. To Chacon. Wind and offering. Ooh, extremely high. 2-0. Baby ready. So is Chacon. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup. Yeah, Baby's got to be asking himself, man, why can't I throw pitches like that more often? Well, if Sterling is down this year, Strasburg might be down further. Sterling leads 7-0 in that game in the second on KPMX and KPMX.com. And the breaking ball went behind the hitter. Didn't break at all. 3-1. And again, Baby is fighting the walks. He's got 4 already in the game, and he's 1 away from number 5. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted into right center field. To his right is the right fielder. It's going to drop in. And that was Raymond Miller. By the way, Miller made the catch on a sac fly, not Griffith. So I stated that. That'll be a base hit for Chacon on a Texas leaguer. And that's the first hit here for Valley. Yeah, I thought it was going to range under it. Miller was going to make the catch, but as it turned out, the ball dropped in. So that extends the inning for Mercado, who popped out. Yeah, the B-Diggers officially with Reed in left, Griffith in center, and Miller in right. The pitch swung on and fouled to the screen. It's 0-1. Yeah, I don't know if that was misread. I mean, it didn't look like Miller got a great jump on that, and then it just landed in front of him. But, again, scored a hit, the first for the Vikings. No balls and one strike. The stretch and the offering in the dirt. For the off-speed pitch, it's 1-1. We played nearly an hour and almost halfway through with some long half innings, even though the score is only 2-0. And the pitch. Again, he short-armed it. 2-1. Well, we've heard a couple of times near that dugout just to pitch, not to aim it. He's been successful when he's thrown the ball, but some those aims don't help. Short lead at first. Chacon's not going anywhere. Throw back to first, back in diving. Yeah, I'm not sure Baby needs to pay attention to him. He's got a minuscule lead over there. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mercado, who popped out in his first at bat. And that's not even a step and a half, maybe 2 steps right there. Long pause, and I don't know if Baby knows how much of a lead he's got. I mean, that's not a big lead at all. And he's not one of their better base runners in terms of speed. 2-1. And the pitch. Fastball a little bit low. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Matos Garcia in this inning has thrown a lot of pitches. He's up to 62. Mercado awaits the offering. Here it is. Way outside. Walk number 5 for Matos Garcia.
For number 9, Ty Nash.
Let's see. But again, Baby's done a heck of a job of getting out of these jams. We'll have a visit to the hill. Try to settle him down. Yeah, if he can just retire this hitter with all the struggles that Matos Garcia's had, he'll be all right. It's only 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. At second now is Chacon. Mercado at first. Getting some brotherly advice out there is Arnoldo Matos Garcia with Tyler Nash, who he struck out in the 2nd inning, ready to step in. All right, so Nash will dig in. Nash is the, let's see, I believe the 6th hitter of the inning. 1 has scored, 2 on, and 2 out. Seems like more hitters have gone up there, but it's only the 6th one. Stretch by Baby. And the pitch. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Nash is looking to break it open here with a big swing. The Bay Diggers are looking to remain in the game. Looking back. And the 1-0 up and in. I think Baby, he's just way too concerned about the base runners. I mean, Chacon is, again, he's not one of their faster ones. At first is Mercado, who's got some decent speed. 2 balls and no strikes. The stretch by Matos Garcia and the pitch. And that is right there off the glove of Coe, but it bounced in front of him. And that time, Baby barely looked at the runner. I think if he gets into that rhythm, coming to the stretch, taking a small glance, but not that extended pause, he'll get into a rhythm here with throwing strikes. Right now, he's got 38 balls, 28 strikes. Now it's the extended pause once again. Now he looks back again, and the 2-1 pitch is low and in, and that's the problem. There's just not a rhythm there for the senior right-hander. 3-1. A base hit and a walk after 2 are down and a run scored. And Nash is 1 pitch away from a walk and a 6th walk issued by Baby. There it is. And he bounces it in. That ball goes through Coe towards the screen. No wild pitch or pass ball because it was ball 4. And now Raul Rios will hit, and we're going to have a pitching change as Kevin Fergus is out there. Pitching change brought to you by State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Moen and Brush, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. It's a 1-minute break. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Valley 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers trail the Valley Vikings from Bigfoot Turf Farms 2-0 in the bottom of the third inning. And the new pitcher is Gunnar Guzman, a sophomore. Younger brother of Nico, who had a fantastic senior year and graduated a few months ago. Let's see, I don't think Baby's yet on the field. There are some position changes. Here comes Maltos Garcia. I assume he's going to take short. And so Baby at short. That should send Peterson to the outfield. Yeah, Raymond Miller has come out of the game. Let's get some verification in terms of who's in center, who's in right. Griffith has been in center. I don't know if he's going to move over and Peterson's going to go to center or vice versa, but that's officially what's happening here.
Coming in to pitch for the Bee Diggers will be Gunnar Guzman.
Guzman making his first appearance. It's only game 2 of the season.
It'll be Raymond Miller. The DH will stay in play.
All right, so Jaron Peterson will be in right field. So those are the changes. Baby at short, Peterson in right, and Gunnar Guzman is the new pitcher. He'll face Raul Rios, who was issued 1 of 6 walks by Maltos Garcia, who had a walk in the first, 2 more in the second, and 3 more here in the third. Critical at bat here. On both sides, Valley can get a big hit and take a 4 or 5 run lead. Gunnar Guzman can keep this at a 2-0 game. Rio steps in, left-handed hitter. Wind and pitch. A changeup of beauty on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike here to Raul Rios. Guzman out of the windup with the bases full of Vikings. In the dirt, skips by Coe, but the runner's going to hold as Coe went extremely fast. Then the ball gets through the infield. Baby's backing it up. Baby throw to the plate. Guzman applies the tag, and safe underneath the tag. Kevin Fergus thought he was out. He's going to go out to discuss that with the home plate umpire. It looked like the ball bounced in a little bit, but it was in Guzman's glove. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Chacon scores on an error. I know the umpire just saying that that essentially what happened there is that he got in ahead of the tag, although the ball and the tag beat him. It looked like from here, but the umpire's right on top of the play. So it's now 3-0 in favor of Valley. That'll be an error on Coe on the errant throw that went past Guzman with a pitcher covering the plate. And Sean Chacon scores. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now out of the stretch is Guzman. And the pitch, fastball is up and away. Ball 2, strike 1. Valley now with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the third. The Bee Diggers got to stop the bleeding right now. Stretch and pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one up in the zone. Count moves to 2-2 on the left-handed hitting Raul Rios. Jose Mercado at second. Tylen Nash at first. The pitch. Low again with the off-speed. 3-2. Almost had him chasing. Guzman gets the sign from Coe. 3-2, swung on and popped foul down the left side. I think that's going to drift foul and out of play. Yep, it does. Well, the Viking runners were taking off like that, had a shot to be fair, but it was well foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is right-handed hitting Ivan Rodriguez. It's been a messy inning for Brush and a long one as well. They've been on the field for a while. Guzman looks back. 3-2 pitch. Up and in with a changeup, and it's a walk. 7th walk issued by Brush pitchers. The bases are loaded for Rodriguez, who walked. A lot of these Vikings don't have a single plate appearance. Well, they have plate appearances, not a single at bat. The pitch in the dirt. That time again went with the off-speed. Pulled the string on Rodriguez, but didn't find the strike zone. 1-0. At third is Mercado. Nash at second. Rios at first. 1-0 pitch. Inside with a fastball. 2-0. 9 pitches thrown by Gunnar. Only 3 for strikes. Got off to a good start, but could not put away the previous hitter. The offering. Swung on and grounded right back to Guzman on a 2-0. He'll toss the first, and the inning is finally over. However, Valley scores a couple of runs on just 1 hit, 1 error, and the bases were left loaded. We head to the 4th. It's Valley 3 and Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's see if the Diggers can get the bats going here in the top of the 4th inning from Bigfoot Turf Farms. Valley leads 3-0. A very unconventional line score, 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors and 5 left on base, but Valley has been issued 7 walks. The Bee Diggers no runs on 2 hits, 1 error. It produced a run, and they have stranded 4. Aaron Williams, followed by Trent Mount and Aaron Garcilaso. Williams was a strikeout victim. That's the other side of the coin for the Bee Diggers, is that they have not been able to put the ball in play consistently. Fastball is upstairs. Mercado has struck out 7 over the first 3 innings. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch swung on and driven in the air to center field and to his left, and dropping the ball as Williams rounds first is Mercado, or Sean Chacon, the ball back into Mercado. That'll be an error. That was a line drive hit like a bullet. And Chacon had it and did not look it in whatsoever.
We'll bring up number 7, Trent Mount.
Here's Trent Mount. He got a base hit in his first at bat, so the Bee Diggers already, for the 3rd time in 4 innings, have the leadoff man on base. The pitch. Fastball is up and in. That was pitch number 67 for Mercado. I don't know how he dropped that ball. It was to the glove side as well. It doesn't matter how hard it's hit. It was nearly at eye level. The pitch. A strike with a changeup above the belt. It's 1-1. Threw it right down the middle of the plate. Now the wind is kicking up, as you can tell. Mount with an open stance. Short lead at first for Williams. The pitch swung on and popped foul. Again, that pitch was above the letters, and he swung. 1-2. The Bee Diggers are digging themselves into counts that they don't want because they're not swinging at strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The stretch by Mercado. Pitch to Mount. Curveball is high. 2-2. Mercado's only got a maximum of 40 pitches to go before the Bee Diggers chase him out of the game, and then they've got to go to the bullpen. A limit of 110 is the new rule to pitch. Swung on and lifted extremely high into shallow left field. The shortstop Mercado's out, and he spots it at the last second, makes the catch. Williams back to first. There's 1 down. Had some trouble with that momentarily. I don't think the left fielder, Dallas Callaway, ever saw the ball. Here is Aaron Garcilaso. He did not have a good at-bat the first time. Swung at 2 balls. And then they threw him an 0-2 fastball down the middle, and he was late on that one. Here's the right-hander, Jose Mercado, looking in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Again, that is a ball, and he keeps swinging at it. That was above the letters. It's 0-1. They're just suckering him to swing at that. Got to make him bring it down. Aaron's a strong kid. The pitch. Again, same pitch, same result. 0-2. They've thrown him 5 pitches in this game, and he swung at all of them. But only 1 of them has been a strike. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. Strikeout number 8. Aaron swinging at pitches that are not even strikes. He's seeing that ball at eye level, and he's loving it, but he's late. And that could have been a 3-0 instead of 0-3. Noah Reed struck out swinging in his first at-bat. The pitch. Fastball away. Runner goes to second to throw. It's right there, the tag. And the ball slips out of the glove. It's knocked out of the glove by the sliding Aaron Williams. If not, it could have been an out there. But give Williams a stolen base. Beediger's got a break there. Williams got a good jump, but the throw by Diedrich was right there as the tag was applied. Swung on and popped up into shallow center field. Chacona's coming in. Shortstop Mercado is out. He makes the grab, and that does it for the Beediggers in the top of the fourth inning. No runs, no hits. There was a Valley error, and one man left in scoring position. To the bottom of the fourth we head to. After the break, it is Valley 3, Brush nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. B.J. Hirschfeld is the new pitcher for Brush. He's the ace as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Gunnar Guzman was able to get a critical out for Brush. So now with Hirschfeld on the hill, Jaron Peterson moves to second. And let's see how the outfield aligns. You've still got Reed in left and Griffith in center. Yep, Raymond Miller now will take right once again. So it's the original lineup defensively in the outfield. The infield, of course, a little bit different after Baby was the starting pitcher. Hirschfeld by far has the most experience for the Beediggers on the mound. Pitched some critical games in the state tournament, which the Beediggers finished second from earlier this year. We'll begin the bottom of the fourth here momentarily. Circle L Irrigation offers the latest in Valley irrigation technology. 335 East Chestnut and Sterling, 522-8816. And home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week. I got to check that out. And the best prime rib and other great specials on Friday and Saturdays. Atwood Steakhouse. BJ took the hill a little bit tardy here in the fourth inning, so that's why we haven't started the frame. It'll be 9-1-2, Jacob Uribe, followed by Ty Hanslick and Riley Diedrich. Yeah, what the Beediggers need now is a 1-2-3 inning. Even if they don't win this game, they're right in it. They've had scoring opportunities. Brush has stranded 5, as has Valley. And Valley has just 1 hit. The Beediggers have 2 from Matt Coe in the first and from Trent Mount in the second. This is Hirschfeld's first appearance of the 2016 season. And the right-hander comes home. Right there. Fastball down the middle at the knees. It's 0-1. BJ got a lot of action late in his sophomore season, tons last year in his junior season. And he's the number 1 man here in his senior year. Fastball a strike on the outer half. It's 0-2. Following a line of excellent Hirschfeld pitchers, starting with John, followed by Ryan, at least in this generation. No balls and 2 strikes. The offering. Swing and a miss, and a fastball up and in. On 3 pitches, Uribe strikes out. 1 down for Ty Hanslick. Hanslick has walked twice. Hanslick has scored twice. Cesar Mercado with 2 sacrifice flies and a 3rd run scored on a wild pitch. Swung on and lifted into left field. Coming in is Noah Reed, still coming towards the line, and it's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. And that is the second hit for Valley. Not hit hard, but hit in the perfect area. That thing had no carry to it, which means he really didn't hit the meat of the bat. Riley Diedrich has grounded out twice, both to the shortstop, which was Peterson earlier. This time it's Baby. The stretch 2-step lead. Hirschfeld delivers. Swung on and popped up into shallow center field. To his left is Justin Griffith. Ranges under it, makes the catch. And 2 are down here at the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Mercado.
The center field.
Mercado's flown out twice, as I just alluded to. Both were sacrifice flies. And coming into this game against Brush, the last 2 years, he was hitting .462. That remains the average because sac flies do not result in at-bats, only plate appearances. Hirschfeld delivers. Fastball a little bit low. Boy, that barely missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Hanslick with some speed at first. Got a 2.5-step lead. He's already got a stolen base in this one. Stretches out the advantage. And the offering. Fastball runs inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Brush Grocery Cart, another outstanding supporter of Brush Bee Digger Sports. They've got everything at Brush Grocery Cart. Grocery, meat, fresh deli counters, floral pharmacy, Western Union. And Matt Coe will pay a visit to his pitcher. Might have been mixed up on the signs there. Sterling with a huge lead on Strasburg. 11-0. This Patriot League's going to be down a little bit this year. You had 4 teams make it. All 4 Patriot League teams that were there were in the semifinals: Sterling, Brush, University, and Eaton. That's hard to accomplish in 1 year. The stretch. And the pitch. Right there. Took something off and throw back to first, and back in standing is Hanslick. 2 balls and 1 strike. To a very dangerous right-handed hitter, Cesar Mercado. Coe again lays down the sign. And Hirschfeld pauses. The pitch. Fastball, a strike on the inside corner at the knees. 2-2. And Coach Fergus might limit his pitch count here, because if he throws under 35, no rest is required. Step off. Yeah, 36 to 60 is 1 day's rest. 61 to 85, 2 days rest. 86 to 110, 3 days rest. That's the new rule. The pitch, and the breaking ball is up and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hanslick will be taking off. Valley with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. Only 4 hits combined in the game, 2 by each team. 3-2. Throw back to first. Back in standing is Hanslick. Valley scored a run in the first and then chased Maltos Garcia from the mound with a 2-run third. Hirschfeld stretches. 3-2. Swung on and fisted in the air. The shortstop, Maltos Garcia, dives to his right, makes the catch. Didn't have much trajectory. And Baby laid out on that soft line drive to make the play. And Valley is held off the board in the bottom of the 4th inning. They get a hit. No errors committed, and they strand 1. We head to the 5th. Valley 3. And the Bee Diggers nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Diggers trail 3-0 here to Valley. Thanks to John Hirschfeld, gave me the tweet there from Eaton AD Steve Longwell, with Eaton leading University 9-0 in Greeley. That's the opener for Eaton under new head coach Bob Irvin. That's early in that game. Wind in the pitch. Fastball is up and away. This is Justin Griffith against Jose Mercado, who has thrown 77 pitches. Took something off it. It's a strike on the outer half. Thigh high, and it's 1-1. The Bee Diggers have had the leadoff man on base in 3 of the 4 innings. The pitch, swing and a miss. Kind of opened up that right side, and he was late on that one. It's 1-2. And the offering, swing and a miss, blew the fastball right by him. And Griffith strikes out. That'll bring up Matt Coe. And for Jose Mercado, that is strikeout number 9 in the game. Coe is 1 for 2, singled and lined out. The pitch, up and away. That's the one thing they'll be concentrating on before their next meeting. Just putting the ball in play. 1-0. Swung on. That ball is popped into right center field. To his right is Tylen Nash, and he makes the grab for the second out of the top of the fifth inning. That'll bring up Jaron Peterson, who's had a rough day. Struck out twice.
That'll bring up number 10, Jaron Peterson.
Peterson with an open stance, and the pitch. Fastball is upstairs. Mercado can throw a maximum of 27 pitches. Now, if you're under 110 and you begin a new hitter, then you can finish that and go over the number. Swing and a miss. Jaron has been late on the fastball all game, and he's been swinging, I think, maybe a little bit underneath that pitch. And the 1-1. Yeah, he's just late. Swing and a miss again. Pitch tailing away. It's 1-2. With Baby on deck. And the offering up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Beat Diggers second baseman, Jaron Peterson. The offering swung on and fouled. Tried to drive a fastball in the hands, and Peterson stayed alive. 2-2 to Peterson. The pitch up and away with a fastball. It's 3-2. Beat Diggers looking for some 2-out damage, but they need a base runner. Pitch number 89 by Mercado. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string, and Peterson swung and missed. Strikeout number 10, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jose Mercado. 4.5 complete at Bigfoot Turf Farms. And the Beat Diggers find themselves down to Valley 3-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 3-0. The Valley Vikings lead the Brush Beat Diggers from Bigfoot Turf Farms. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. B.J. Hirschfeld begins his second inning of work. He did a good job there in fourth inning. Valley had a base runner, but he did not score. It'll be Sean Chacon, Jose Mercado, and Tylen Nash, 4, 5, and 6 against the right-hander B.J. Hirschfeld. Bank of Colorado proudly supports local sports and academics. The family-friendly bank that believes in community first and providing customers the best tools and service you deserve. Member FDIC. Visit bankofcolorado.com. Sean Chacon scored the third run. It was in a wild throw to the plate with the pitcher covering when Chacon had held up at third, then took off for the plate when the ball got through the infield. He struck out and singled. 1 for 2 officially. Pitch by Hirschfeld. Swing and a miss. Man, he pulled the string on that one. No balls and 1 strike. BJ looks like he's expanding on that arsenal of pitches. Chacon waiting, and the offering swung on and fouled straight back. Tied him up there. No balls and 2 strikes. Beat Diggers are 6 outs away from being shut out, which is something that's rarely happened in their history. The pitch, fastball just outside. Man, nice location, but barely missed. It's 1-2. Matco looks over at the dugout for the sign, lays it down. Hirschfeld awaits, and now he delivers. Breaking ball called, strike 3 at the knees, and Chacon strikes out looking. Jose Mercado's popped out and walked. And Hirschfeld appears to be on his A game here in relief. That is BJ's second strikeout. Mercado officially at 0 for 1. The offering, swing and a miss with a fastball right by him down the middle. It's 0-1. BJ kicks and fires. Fastball very high. Levels the count at 1 strike. Valley does not have an RBI via a base hit. The 2 RBIs of the 3 are in sacrifice flies by Cesar Mercado. 1-1. Breaking ball is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to the opposing pitcher, who's done a great job today, allowing just 2 hits and striking out 10 beat diggers. The pitch swung on and driven down the right field line. Raymond Miller to his left is going to make the two-handed grab. Nice job by Miller getting over there along the line for the second out. That's some nice defense out here by both teams, even though the opportunities have been limited for Valley because of all the strikeouts. Tylen Nash struck out swinging and then walked. Nash is sitting at 0 for 1. Hirschfeld has retired every hitter but 1 over an inning and 2/3. The pitch swung on and popped up out of play. Off to the right, it's 0-1. And BJ's thrown just 20 pitches. And again, if he can throw as many as 60, and it's just 1 day rest. The Beat Diggers are not scheduled to play until Thursday against Valley at home. The pitch, fastball is a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 down. The base is empty in the bottom of the 5th inning. Valley with a 3-0 advantage on their home field. Coe setting up on the outside corner. Breaking ball is just a little bit off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, that missed by a milli-inch. There's the wine and offering, and the ball hit him right on the back of one of his legs.
First on the hit by pitch. That'll bring up number 7.
First hit batsman by either side. And Raul Rios, batting from the left side, has yet to put the ball in play, but he's yet to do anything. He's walked twice. And he'll now step in against B.J. Hirschfeld. Matt Coe lays down the sign. Hirschfeld looking back at first, a short lead. Hirschfeld delivers. Swung on in line to left field. Noah Reed to his right, still going. And the ball's going to go all the way towards the fence. Around third and scoring for Valley. The 4th run of the game is going to be Tylen Nash on the RBI double by Raul Rios. And Valley leads 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that thing was roped. That's the first extra base hit of the game. Here's Ivan Rodriguez, who's walked and grounded out.
The Viking lead to 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Now to bat for the Vikings, number 7, Ivan Rodriguez.
Stretched by Hirschfeld. The offering swung on and fouled off to the right. Yeah, Reed got a decent jump, but the ball was just twisting away with that left-handed hitter up there. The stretch. Looking back, the offering. Down and in. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. To Ivan Rodriguez. And Valley's just chipped away with these runs here. Hirschfeld looks in. The pitch. Swung on, tap foul towards the third base dugout occupied by Brush. Count is at 1-2. Here to Rodriguez. Rios at second. He just delivered a double, scoring Nash. Hirschfeld gets the sign. And the pitch. Swung on. That ball is lifted into left field. That's going to drop in front of Reed for a base hit. Runner will be held at third. He gets it right back into the third baseman Mount. And that's 2 hits in a row. He hung that breaking ball. And the inning continues here for Jacob Uribe, who's lined out and struck out. He's 0 for 2.
Jacob Uribe.
Well, this is certainly the shot for Valley to break it wide open. With a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning, if Uribe can come through. This all started with The base is empty and 2 down. A hits batsman. And then a double and a single to stretch. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike. On the outer half thigh high, it's 0-1. Uribe is the number 9 hitter in this lineup. Off of third is Rios. At first is Rodriguez. Big lead over there at first. Hirschfeld delivers. Swung on, grounded to short. Matos Garcia has it. He'll step on the bag for the force. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 men left. We'll head to the 6th. It's Valley 4, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, the Bee Diggers have got a rally here. They've got 6 outs to play with. And they've got a new pitcher for Valley. Jose Mercado, after 89 pitches and 10 strikeouts, has now moved to short. It'll be his brother Cesar Mercado coming in from short to take the mound. Another right-handed pitcher for Valley with the Vikings up 4-0. And it'll be the heart of the order for Brush. Baby, BJ, and Aaron Williams. Yeah, the opportunities for Brush have been limited. Brush is stranded 5. Valley is now stranded 8, including 5 in the last 2 innings. Matos Garcia has walked and struck out.
Leading up the top of the 6th for the Bee Diggers, number 12, Arnaldo Maltos.
Baby Matos Garcia digs in. Line and pitch. Swing and a miss. Mercado's got a blazing fastball. Threw it right by the Bee Digger shortstop. And it's 0-1. Kicks and fires. Fastball is up and in. You would expect a starting shortstop, when he takes them out, to have a good fastball, and that's the case here with Cesar Mercado. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss late on that one. 1-2. Of the 15 outs committed by Brush, 10 of them have been by strikeout. In the dirt with a curveball. Nice job of Baby reading that out of the pitcher's hand. 2-2. Once again, we're in the top of the 6th inning. Valley with a 4-0 lead. They've got just 1 RBI and a base hit. Valley only has 4 hits in the game, but Brush has 2. Raul Rios with the RBI double in the 5th inning. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss late on the fastball. Baby knew it. Strike 3 and strikeout number 11 by Valley right-handers. Baby looked like he was looking for a breaking ball or some other pitch, and by the time he swung, he was already tardy. B.J. Hirschfeld has struck out and grounded out. The offering. Fastball is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers have had a runner at third only once in this game, and that was in the 1st inning. Mercado delivers. Swung on and chopped out in front of the plate. Charging is the pitcher. Mercado throws high to first and offline, but then coming down on the bag was the first baseman Rios. There's 2 down. Not a good throw by Mercado, but he threw it so early that by the time BJ got there, Rios came down on the bag. 2 down for Aaron Williams. Williams struck out, then lined to center on a ball that was dropped by Sean Chacon. It's the only error Valley has committed. The pitch, right down the middle. It's a fastball for a strike. Almost a helpless feeling when you can't generate base runners. And the 0-1. Swung on and grounded to short. The other Mercado's got it on the 3rd hop. Fires to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cesar Mercado. 5.5 complete. Valley 4. And the Bee Diggers nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Jaron Peterson is the new pitcher for Brush as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Valley with a 4-0 lead. As the Vikings scored a run in the 1st, 2 more in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. B.J. Hirschfeld in his 2 innings of work. Did allow a run. And Hirschfeld, let's see, we're trying to get an update here on this BJ's pitch count. Obviously didn't throw that much into 2 innings to 30 pitches. 2 strikeouts. Did allow 3 hits and an earned run. Ty Hanslick, Riley Diedrich, and Cesar Mercado, 1-2-3 for Valley to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. They hold a 4-0 lead at home. Matos Garcia started today and got himself into several jams. But eventually the walks is what got him out of the game. 6 walks. He had 8 first pitch balls and 7 first pitch strikes. So he fell behind a little bit more than half the hitters. Ty Hanslick has walked twice, scored twice, and singled. So he's officially 1 for 1 in the game. B. Digger post-game show will follow this one. Man, too bad we can't have more weather like this for the next several days. It's going to change tomorrow. And I don't know, the next time we'll have temperatures in the 70s like we've had all game long. If you haven't seen the B. Digger uniforms, they're sporting these new maroon uniforms with the gold numerals and kind of like a gray striping down the sides. Really fancy pullovers
We'll get another pitch change for
with the gray pants.
Now on the hill will be number 10, Jaron Peterson.
A lot of those B. Diggers wearing those
Second.
what appear to be stirrups.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th.
Used to be the real ones back in the old days. All right, Hanslick will bat here for Valley against the right-hander Jaron Peterson, making his 2nd appearance. And now, let's see, I think Matco is asking for something as Arturo Matos Garcia comes out, not sure what. All right, now he's back behind the plate. An extended break here between the top of the 6th and the bottom of the 6th inning. Cole lays down the sign in the bottom of the 6th inning. Is underway with a pitch. Fastball, a strike on the inner half. 0-1, and Peterson reared back and threw that baby right over the edge of the plate. 0-1 to Hanslick. Peterson delivers. Swung on and popped up into shallow right field. The second baseman, Hirschfeld, is out. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down. And Hanslick is retired for the first time in the game. Riley Diedrich has been retired every time. He's grounded to short twice and then popped to center. He's 0 for 3. A hard-throwing right-hander Peterson. Kicks and fires. Swung on and grounded to third. Backhanded beautifully by Mount. He fires to first. That bullet is right there, and there's 2 down. And Trent Mount made that throw like he's been making it all his life. And that was a long delivery across the diamond. Here is Mercado. A couple of sac flies, and he's lined out. Peterson has gotten 2 outs on only 3 pitches. Wind and offering. The breaking ball is a strike at the knees. Man, and Jaron looks like a machine right now. He's thrown just 4 pitches, but pretty darn impressive. No balls and 1 strike. Valley with a 4-0 advantage. And the pitch. Fastball is a strike right there. Belt high. It's 0-2. They're going to need Peterson not only this year but next year. But if he can put it together this year, that'll just strengthen that pitching staff that much more. And the 0-2. Breaking ball called strike 3 on the inner half. Jaron Peterson retires the side in order on 6 pitches. We head to the 7th. Can the B Diggers rally? They trail Valley at Bigfoot Turf Farms, 4-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Valley 4, Brush nothing. The Bee Diggers are down to their final 3 outs on the road as we move to the 7th inning. Trent Mount, Aaron Garcilaso, and Noah Reed. Let's see if Garcilaso is going to hit. Yeah, they're going to get, he'll have a pinch hitter for him. He's really struggled in his first 2 times at the plate. Trent Mount has singled and popped out. He's 1 for 2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Mercado threw a fastball right by him. No balls and 1 strike. And the offering, swing and a miss and a fastball up and in. 0-2. Yeah, you play this game in a few weeks or a month. The Bee Diggers are a different team offensively. You got to get these at-bats out of the way with an inexperienced lineup, and you're going to struggle along the way. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, a curveball that fooled Mounts, and there's 1 down. Strikeout number 12 by Valley pitchers. And here is Guerreros Holguin. So Guerrero's hitting in this hole here for Garcilaso. Holguin will step in against Reed. I mean, nothing wrong with a 4-0 game if that's the way it ends up. Early on in the season. I think when the Bee Diggers lost last year to Valley 21-10, I mean, they were going to play them again, and they beat them here 22-10, but there was a little bit of a bad feeling about that game. 4-0 with an inexperienced team, swung on and fouled off to the right. Holguin challenged by that fastball from Mercado. It's 0-1. Cesar Mercado gets the sign here from Diedrich. Wind and pitch. Ooh, that fastball up and in, man. Oh, it did. It clipped him. Man, it must have grazed his jersey. That's a hit batsman. I don't know how that almost gave him a shave. Wow, that was dangerously close to hitting him right around the facial area. The pitch. A strike there to Noah Reed. On a fastball, no balls and 1 strike. Reed has struck out. And then he popped a short. And the offering. In the dirt. Skips by the catcher. Diedrich to the screen. All going to second on the wild pitch. Well, it'd be nice if the Bee Diggers can avoid the shutout. Trailing 4-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. And now we'll have a pinch runner with Holguin in scoring position. And the courtesy runner for Brush is going to be Carson Rule. 1 ball and 1 strike to Reed. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 1 out and 1 on for the Bee Diggers. They had men in scoring position early in the game. In fact, in the first 2 innings, they had 3 men in scoring position, and they were all stranded. One ball and 1 strike. And now, the lineup change still being made by the home plate umpire on his lineup card. They still have to go through that procedure. And, 1 ball, 1 strike. The umpire was confused in the count and verified it. But he verified it with the press and press box instead of the field umpire. I guess they don't keep it on the field. I don't know. The pitch. Swung on and fisted on 1 hop to the second baseman. Hanslick throws to first. He sidearms it, and Reed is out for the 2nd out of the top of the 7th inning. Advancing to 3rd is Carson Rule.
Up on 1 bounce, throws him out at first for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up number 2.
And here is Justin Griffith, who has walked and struck out.
Come on, Justin. Base hit.
Griffith, the left-handed hitter. The pitch, swing and a miss. Man, he's pulling that front side. He is pulling big time. He's got to keep that right side in there. Give him a chance to hit the ball. Out of the windup is Mercado. The pitch down and away with the off speed. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 down. 7th inning, Valley leads 4-0. And the offering, fastball is upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. Matco is on deck. He's another left-handed hitter for the Bee Diggers. A lot of youth here with Griffith. I believe he's a sophomore along with Coe. And the 2-1 pitch upstairs. 3-1. Again, taking something off the fastball, but that's not Mercado's game. He likes to fire it in there, and that normally works in his favor. 3 balls and 1 strike. Is Griffith going to be taking all the way? He will, and it's a ball in the dirt. Well, the tying run is on deck in Peterson, but Jaron has really struggled today. However, to get to him, Matt Coe has to deliver. He singled, lined out, and popped out. Coe is 1 for 3 in the game. Peterson in the on-deck circle is going to have to make a ton of adjustments based on his first 3 plate appearances, which I believe were all strikeouts. The stretch and the pitch upstairs, and now that's 4 in a row that Mercado has missed on. 1 ball and no strikes. Rule is at third, Griffith at first. All of a sudden, Mercado cannot find the strike zone. At the belt, 1-0. Swung on and driven into deep center field. Chacon in the gap towards the track, and it's over his head towards the fence. Scoring is Rule. Griffith is around third. He will score. The relay throw to third. The slide, and Coe is out! And the game is over. It's a 2-run double for Matt Coe, but he's eliminated at third base. And the Valley Vikings win the game by the score of 4-2. Let's take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break. We'll come back with a recap on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger postgame show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. That's Mr. D's Ace Home Center. Valley Vikings win the game by a score of 4-2. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. They left 8 on base. The Bee Diggers with 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. They stranded 5. The winning pitcher was Jose Mercado. He went 5 innings, striking out 10, allowing just 2 hits. The loss went to Baby Matos Garcia, who allowed 3 runs in less than 3 innings. He walked 6, and that certainly hurt him. Time of the game, 1 hour and 57 minutes. Cesar Mercado had sacrificed flies for Valley in the first and third innings. Then the third Valley run, the second one of the third inning, would score on an error by the Bee Diggers, making it 3-0. It stood that way until the bottom of the 6th inning, or bottom of the 5th inning, that is, when Raul Rios hit a 2-out RBI double, and that scored Ty Hanslick, making it 4-0. And then the Bee Diggers had 2 on and 2 out. In the top of the 7th inning, Matt Coe hit one to the center field fence on a couple of hops, and he was thrown out at third as the tag was applied. He was credited with a 2-run double, and unfortunately for the Bee Diggers, they could not get the tying run to the plate. It was a bang-bang play at third base, but the Bee Diggers fall short, losing by a score of 4-2. The Bee Diggers are back in action coming up on Thursday at home against Valley at 4 o'clock right here on 1010 and KSIR.com. Bee Digger Player of the Game is brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. Player of the game for the Brush in this loss is going to be Matt Coe. He had 2 of the 3 hits, including that 2-run double, and he is the Bee Digger Player of the Game, brought to you by Cargill Beef. Outstanding job, as always, by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran. The final score from Bigfoot Turf Farms: Valley 4, Brush 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.